a midweek clash between two NL East rivals as we welcome you to Gotham. Here in Queens, New York, the Atlanta Braves are in town to take on the New York Mets as they seek the series win here in the rubber match. Chris Sale's on the mound today for the Atlanta Braves. He has been dominant as of late as the Braves continue to try to climb the mountain back towards 500, currently 9 games below that 500 mark. The New York Mets, kind of a similar situation this year. They're only 4 games back of 500, but the Phillies are running away with the East right now. These two teams trying to keep pace, maybe catch up to the Marlins in second place, and see how the last couple months of the season pans out. We will be back at Citi Field for the start of this one next. Sean Manaea will get the call for the New York Mets today in the rubber match of this 3-game series. 21 games under his belt so far this season with 5-6 record in those 21 games. 102 innings pitched now on the season, and an ERA just over 4. PED man Jurickson Profar set to lead things off for the Atlanta Braves to start this game. And we are set for action here at Citi Field. And the first pitch is fouled off to make it 0-1. In there for a strike, and it's quickly 0-2 to Jurickson Profar. Leading things off for the Atlanta Braves. Ground ball towards the middle. And ranging over to make the play is Lindor, and the throw to first is in time. There's one away. Let's take a look now at the Braves starting lineup. Biggest guy to watch today will be right in the middle. Matt Olson at number 5, looking to get that batting average up a little bit at 237. Got Michael Harris in center field at the bottom. Ronald Acuna Jr., the only guy batting over 300 so far. The Braves, despite the record, are second in the National League in slugging percentage. They just need to try to get a spark here as we head towards the end of July. Acuna goes the opposite way on an inside-out swing, and it's right down the line. Ronald Acuna Jr. on the first pitch he sees, turns and heads for second, and gets there standing up with a stand-up double on the first pitch he sees from Sean Manaea. Pickoff towards second. That was a close play. Acuna getting an extra step off of second base. Here's Drake Baldwin, reigning Rookie of the Year a season ago, and an All-Star appearance this year. Batting just under 300 at 288 on the season. He's been swinging a hot bat as of late, and he's looking to strike first here in the first for the Braves as he takes a strike. Yank foul, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Inside, just missed. 2-2. On the ground, left side, Acuna dives into third, and the throw to first is in time. Productive out, but now 2 away. And Riley comes to the plate needing a base hit to get the game's first run home. Riley, 17 homers on the season, coming in with a 7-game hitting streak. Looking to strike first in the first for the Braves. Swings and misses at the first pitch. In there for a strike, and now he's down 0-2. A little bit of a revamped lineup as well for the Braves. Michael Harris not playing in the field today. He's DHing. Riley fouls that one straight back, and it's still no balls and 2 strikes. Outside, good take by Austin Riley. Braves looking to find their footing, still have struggled to find their footing this year. 9 games under 500. 2-2. He's worked it full now. Matt Olson waiting on deck here for Atlanta. Popped him up. On the infield, Lindor will call everybody off and make the catch to retire the side. Braves strand a runner at third and Acuna. And it's the Braves nothing, Mets coming to bat, just underway here on this midweek baseball clash in the National League East. Longtime veteran Chris Sale will get the call in Game 3 of this set here in New York for Atlanta. 9-4 record on the season. 2.33 ERA. He has been good, and he's looking to shut down the Mets here in the rubber match of this 3-game set. Lindor chops it foul, and it's 0-1. Quickly, 0-2 to Lindor, leading things off for the Mets, and he swings right through a fastball. A 3-pitch strikeout to start the afternoon for Chris Sale. And there's one away as we take a look at the Mets starting lineup. You just saw Lindor strike out. Marcus Semien, our guy highlighted. 421 runs scored on the season, 12th in the National League. And you've got Juan Soto coming in now, the only guy in this Mets lineup, batting over 300 coming into play today. Ball 1 to Soto. 38 home runs. He's had a great year. He's already pushing 90 RBIs. He's at 86 coming into play today. Foul the way towards the dugout. And it's a ball and 2 strikes. Just got a piece of it. Swing and a miss. 2 straight strikeouts to start the game for Chris Sale. Off to a good start here in New York. And there's 2 away for Bo Bichette. As he takes a strike. Sale pounding the strike zone to start this game. Bo Bichette, the former Toronto Blue Jay, coming over here to the New York Mets, batting .257. Grounds it to Sale, who makes a good stop. And a very quick 1-2-3 inning for Chris Sale. Mets go down in order, 1-2-3. We are through 1 inning quickly here at Citi Field with no score. First baseman Matt Olson set to lead things off for the Atlanta Braves. 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Braves here in the second. Olson, Olbies, and White. 18 homers on the season for the big bat of Matt Olson, as he will stand in against Sean Manaea and take a ball. A little bit of an overshift on for him, as much as you could have in 2026. In there at the inside corner, 1-1. That one stays high, and it's hitter's count to Olson, leading things off in the second inning. 2 balls and a strike. Three balls and a strike. Olson way ahead. Ozzie Albies waits on deck. The 3-1. Olson rips it right field. Pretty well struck. Back near the wall, looking up and saying goodbye. Matt Olson with a home run here in the second. And it's 1-0 Atlanta. Squared that one up, got one right over the heart of the plate. And Matt Olson hits home run number 19 on the season. Into the second row down the right field line. 1-0 Braves here in New York. And here's Ozzie Albies, who takes outside. Albies now rips it right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. So a home run and now a base hit. Olson and Albies. And the Braves have had two batters to the plate, a home run, and now a single. Here's Eli White playing center field today, giving Michael Harris a half of a day of rest, you should say. Michael Harris DHing today for the Atlanta Braves. 4 homers on the season for White, minimal plate appearances. Driven in 25 runs. Strike one, 1-1. White fouls it off, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. In the dirt, kicks away, and Albies is going to move up to second base. You're going to call it a wild pitch, I believe. Yes. Wild pitch on Sean Manaea, and now the Braves have a runner in scoring position. So they count 2 balls and 2 strikes now to Eli White. Here in the second. Strike 3 called at the knees, and Eli White is retired by way of the K. A backwards K for Sean Manaea, his first of the game. So 1 away, runner on second is Albies, and Michael Harris will come to the plate. Harris, a .241 hitter, DHing today for the Braves. Takes a strike at the knees. 55 runs driven in, 12 homers for the Braves' normal center fielder. Getting a day off from the field today, playing DH for the Atlanta Braves today. Pickoff move towards second, and another close one. They almost got Acuna back in the first inning, and now Albies just gets in there ahead of the throw. And it's no balls and a strike to Harris. Stays high, 2 balls and a strike. Sean Manaea has only walked 39 men this year. He has 81 strikeouts coming into play today as Harris hits it the other way to the third base side, and Bo Bichette will make the play for out number 2. So 2 away now, Albies at second base, and here is Mauricio Dubon. 7 homers, 33 RBIs. Coming into play today for Dubon. Right down the middle, 1-1. Swing and a miss. He was ahead of the changeup at 85 miles an hour, and it's a ball and 2 strikes as Manaea looks to get out of the inning. He gave up the home run to Olson to start out this inning, and Albies, who stands at second base, singled following that. Dubon, the fifth man to the plate here for the Braves in the second. And he's behind 1-2. Minaya fires just inside, 2-2 the count. Good battle here by Dubon with 2 strikes. Deuce is wild, 2 balls, 2 strikes with 2 out. Dubon in the air, right center. Robert ranging over, and he will make the running catch to retire the side. Braves strike first here in the second, courtesy of Matt Olson playing long ball to right field. It's 1-0 Atlanta halfway through 2. Bottom of inning number 2, Francisco Alvarez set to lead things off for New York, trailing by a run. Chris Sale has a run to work with now, as the Mets will send their 4, 5, and 6 hitters to the plate with Alvarez, Robert, and Polanco. Strike 1. Alvarez fouls it off, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, got him. Another strikeout for Chris Sale, already his 3rd. And there's one away to start the second inning for Luis Robert Jr. "13 homers on the season for Robert, 32 RBIs, coming over from the Chicago White Sox organization. Fouled it off, and it's 0-2 quickly. Just missed. Robert fouls it off, and it's still even at 2-2. Sale already with 3 strikeouts in this one. And Robert fouls it straight back to stay alive. Got him. Chased it out of the strike zone. It's strikeout number 4 and 5 batters for Chris Sale, all of them swinging. And there's 2 away here for Jorge Polanco. And what a start for Chris Sale. Came in through this game with 123 strikeouts. He's got 4 more. He's up to 127 on the season. And here's Polanco. 0-1, 1-0. Polanco's been bounced around a little bit throughout the league, most recently with the Seattle Mariners. Strike 1, 1-1. Polanco right side, and that'll go foul. 1-2 now the count. Chris Sale a strike away from striking up the side here in inning number 2. A ball and 2 strikes to Polanco. And he got him swinging. Chris Sale, what a start to this game. He strikes out the side. Francisco Alvarez, Luis Robert Jr., and Jorge Polanco all down by way of the K. Start of the 3rd inning here in New York. Top of the order due up with PED man Jurickson Profar leading things off for the Braves, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. Profar grounded out to short his first at bat, and he's down 0-2 here. Braves scored a run in the previous inning on the Matt Olson home run. That one bends Profar back. Breaking ball missed. 2-2 now the count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Fastball blew it right by him. And there's one away as PED Man is retired by way of the K. So one away, here's Acuna. He doubled back in the first inning, got stranded at third base. So he's 1 for 1 and swings through a fastball, 0-1 the count. Inside out swing his first time, went right over the top of the first base bag and down the right field line for a 2-bagger. Acuna rips it foul and it's 0-2. Braves already with 3 hits against Sean Manaea and a home run included in that with Matt Olson going deep in the previous inning. That one goes all the way to the backstop. Acuna fouls it off. Pitch number 50 already for Manaea is hit in the air, deep left center. Robert going back at the warning track, and he can salute as Acuna goes deep to left field to make it 2-0 Atlanta. Two home runs for the Braves now here in New York, as Acuna joins Matt Olson with a solo shot to make it 2-0 Braves here against their rivals. Strike one now to Baldwin, who is 0 for 1 in the ball game. Grounded out to third his first time. That was back in the opening inning. 2-0 Atlanta. 2 solo home runs from the power bats of Matt Olson and Ronald Acuna Jr. Strike 2 to Baldwin. Strike 3 called. Good bounce back from Sean Manaea. And there's 2 away here in the inning. Painted the outside corner. So 2 away, here's the third baseman, Austin Riley. Nobody on, 2 out, but a run home in the inning as Riley unloads deep to left center, and it's going into the second deck. 452 feet for Austin Riley, and it's 3-0 Atlanta. Third solo home run in 3 innings for the Braves. Second of the inning. And Austin Riley absolutely tattooed that baseball into the second deck. And now Matt Olson takes a strike. So Sean Manaea getting beat up by the Braves here on a Wednesday afternoon. 3 solo shots, including one by this man, back in the second inning. Olson tried to go opposite field, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. Downstairs, a ball and 2 strikes. Olson fouls it off over the top of the Braves dugout, stays alive at 1-2. Solo home run down the right field line, his first time on a 3-1 count. Swing and a miss, struck him out. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Sean Manaea, but in between them, 2 solo shots. First it was Acuna. 2 batters later, Austin Riley makes it 3-0. As we take a look at the series recap as we welcome you back here to Gotham City. The Mets took game one by a final score of 6-2. Braves were all over them yesterday with a 5-2 win. And the Braves are off to a good start here again on Wednesday. Game three of this three-game set, the rubber match, so far going the Braves' way. Chris Sale now with a 3-run lead to work with. Here's Mark Vientos, who stands in to lead things off in the third inning. Back towards the middle, and another snare by Chris Sale. And he is feeling it to start this game, one away. And that'll bring in Marcus Semien to the plate. Semien takes high for ball one. Chris Sale comes into this third inning already having 5 strikeouts in this game. Mets still looking for their first base runner as we are in the bottom of the third. Popped up foul. And it's a ball and 2 strikes to Semien. On the ground towards short. 2-hopper into the glove of Mauricio Dubon, and he fires a strike. For out number 2. So 8 up, 8 down for the Mets so far. And their last hope here in the third inning is Tyrone Taylor, the 9-hole. .262 average coming into play today. A few long balls on the season for him. He's got 3 in minimal plate appearances. Ball 1. Off the end of the bat and into the bleachers it goes. A ball and a strike to Taylor. Ripped center field, base hit. Scolded that baseball right back where it came from, and that's the first hit for the New York Mets here this afternoon. It waited till the 9-hole, and Tyrone Taylor barreled it up into center field to keep the inning alive for Francisco Lindor. Mr. Met trying to get these Citi Field fans riled up here. Francisco Lindor to the plate, top of the Mets order. Back up, Lindor started the game with a 3-pitch strikeout. And he takes ball 1 apparently, and we're going to get a challenge here from Baldwin. That one looked to be in the strike zone. And barely, but it was. And it's no balls in, a strike to Lindor. That one did miss, and it's a ball and a strike. Runner on first is Taylor. Base hit here with 2 outs moments ago. And a pickoff move towards him. He dives back in safely. Two balls and a strike. So now Lindor's got a hitter's count here against Sale. In the dirt. Runner takes off. Baldwin knocked it down and throws to second late. Tyrone Taylor nabs second base on a wild pitch. And now a runner in scoring position here for the Mets. And it's 3 balls and a strike to Lindor. Lindor pops it up foul. They'll do it again at full. Payoff pitch. Lindor swings and misses. Chris Sale, another strikeout. Number 6 ends the inning. Mets strand a runner at second base. It's still 3-0 Atlanta as we head to the 4th inning here at Citi Field.
Why did you trying to go judge me? Know that I'm deadly. Filled up with envy, broke down the pennies. That's when it gets.
Leading off for Atlanta.
Ozzie Albies set to lead things off to start the fourth inning here in New York. He's 1 for 1 with a base hit. As he singled back in the second inning, got stranded at second base. Fouled off the first pitch, and it's 0-1. Braves scored 1 run in the second on a Matt Olson solo home run, and then last inning they hit 2 solo bombs, 1 from Acuna and 1 from Riley. Albies floats it towards right center. On the run is Tyrone Taylor. So 1 away here in the fourth. Albies flies out. Here's Eli White, who struck out looking back in the second inning. Ball 1, 1-0. Action already in the Mets bullpen, as the Braves have beat up Manaea here a little bit with 3 solo home runs and a 3-0 Braves lead in the fourth. White pulls it foul, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss, and it's 1-2. Trade deadline approaching, and the trade rumor for the Braves, they are seeking another second baseman or another infielder of some sort. Obviously, you have Ozzie Albies, who's the everyday starter for the Braves at second base specifically. But then you've got guys at shortstop that kind of rotate in. Hassan Kim comes to mind. Eli White comes to mind. He's at the plate right now, and he's worked it full at 3 and 2. But the Braves would love to have another middle infielder, infield utility guy that they can throw in the rotation as they try to climb the mountain. They're 9 games below 500 at this point, but they have not given up hope yet. We're still in July, still a couple months to go. They got some work to do, though. Strike 3 called on Eli White. Second backwards K for him, and there's 2 away. So 2 away, here's Harris, who is 0 for 1. Nobody on, 2 away here in the fourth as Harris takes ball 1. Harris rips it but foul, and it's a ball and a strike. Two balls and a strike. Hitters count to Michael Harris, who fouls that one off the end of the bat. And it's 2-2, and Sean Manaea looking for his first clean inning of the afternoon. The deuces are wild to Michael Harris, and it's inside, downstairs rather. Full count, 3-2. Harris lines it and caught by Lindor. And that one will retire the side. Manaea, his first 1-2-3 inning of the afternoon, sends us to the bottom of 4. News and notes around the league as we welcome you back to New York. Ryan McMahon for the Yankees cross town here from Citi Field. Recorded his 500th career RBI in yesterday's game. The Brewers increased their lead in the National League Central over the Reds, and the Red Sox rotation with a 2.0 ERA, 44 strikeouts over the past week. As that battle in the American League East continues to be a good one. Juan Soto leading things off here in the fourth inning against Chris Sale, who gave up his first hit in the previous inning, with 2 out to Tyrone Taylor in the 9th hole. Soto takes a strike at the knees. Struck out his first time, did Soto, back in the first inning. And he fouls that one off to stay alive. A little Soto lunge as he takes a ball. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Full count and another lunge from Soto. Bo Bichette waits on deck with Soto at a full count. And he takes ball 4. Good battle there from Juan Soto. Patient at bat. And he's aboard as the second base runner of the Mets this afternoon. So 1 on, nobody out. Here's Bo Bichette, who hit a comebacker back at Chris Sale, who snared it back in the first inning. Bichette fouls the first pitch back. Third on the Mets in batting average, 256 coming into play today. Checked his swing, it would have been a strike anyway. So Soto drew the walk to start this 4th inning, just the 38th walk of the season for Chris Sale. And he comes back with a no swing, 1-2. Just missed outside. Another lengthy at bat here for the Mets to start the 4th. And it's 2-2 to Bichette. Popped him up. Shallow right. Olbies will go back. And that's out number 1. So 1 away here in the 4th inning. Soto stays at first base, and Francisco Alvarez will stand in. He struck out his first time to the plate. He's 0 for 1. Ball 1 outside. Inside out swing that'll go foul. And it's a ball and a strike. Chris Sale started this game with a strikeout frenzy. He has 6 strikeouts through the first 3 innings. And he's behind 2-1 here. Alvarez ahead in the count. 2-1 misses, and it's 3-1. And another walk. So we mentioned the lack of walks this year for Chris Sale. Came into play with 37 walks. And now he's walked 2 in this 4th inning. For walks number 38 and 39 on the year for Chris Sale. Runners on first and second now. And all of a sudden, the tying run comes to the plate for the Mets, represented by Luis Robert. Strike 1. Swing and a miss, blew a fastball right by him, and it's 0-2. Mets fans show their excitement in so many different ways. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Robert rips it right field. Acuna charges and makes the catch. Soto stays at second base, and there's 2-1. So 2 away, here's Jorge Polanco. First and second, 2 men out. Polanco tried to go oppo. Struck out his first time to the plate, batting just a $192 with runners in scoring position. Polanco into center field for a base hit. Soto gets the windmill around third, and the throw in is cut off. Mets on the scoreboard. Jorge Polanco with the RBI single. Mark Vientos now stands in and takes a strike. Mets on the board for the first time here in the 4th inning. A 2-out RBI single by Jorge Polanco, and the Mets take advantage of the walks, 2 of them in the inning so far. No balls and 2 strikes to Vientos. Strike 3 called. Good bounce back there from Chris Sale. A 3-pitch strikeout of Vientos ends the inning, but Luis Robert Jr. puts the Mets on the scoreboard. Base hit into center field. Brings home Soto.
Number 32.
And a new pitcher into the game here for the Mets to start this 5th inning. Be Tobias Myers, who has a 3.44 ERA on the season out of the bullpen. And his first task will be the 9-hole here for the Braves and Mauricio Dubon. Braves got sat down 1-2-3 in the previous inning by Manaea, after scoring 1 in the second and 2 in the third. Dubon turns on this one and lifts it to left field. Soto is over to get it.
Up next for Atlanta, left fielder.
So 1 away here in the 5th inning. Back to the top of the order we go. PED man Jurickson Profar, who is 0 for 2. Struck out his previous time to the plate, grounded out to short to start this game. Profar back towards the middle. And Lindor will make a jump throw across and gets him by a step.
Up next for Atlanta, right fielder.
Another ground out to short for Profar. Quickly 2 away here in the 5th, as Francisco Lindor was playing more towards up the middle. Had to make an off-balance throw. So 2 away very quickly. Here's Ronald Acuna Jr., who homered his previous time. He's 2 for 2. He doubled back in the opening inning and got stranded at third base, and then hit a solo shot into left field back in the 3rd inning. One of 2 home runs that the Braves hit in that 3rd against Manaea, and he rips that one towards the dugout and foul. Acuna down the line, and a sliding stop by Bichette. Throw across on a fast runner, he got him. A scoop at first by Jorge Polanco as well, and a beautiful defensive effort in that 5th inning for the Mets as the Braves go 1-2-3 again. Last 10 games for the Braves, and a lot of red X's on the line. They lost game 1 here against the Mets. They lost the series to Baltimore. They got swept by the Padres in a 4-game series, and then they lost the 3rd game to the Rangers as well. They're just trying to turn the corner, just cannot find the momentum to get back over the mountain. Right now they're sitting 9 games below 500 coming into play today, as they continue to try to eat away at that deficit in the National League East. Simeon pops out to Dubon, and there's 1 away.
Up next for the Mets, right fielder, Tyrone.
So now to the 9-hole Tyrone Taylor, who singled his first time. That was the Mets' first hit of the ball game back in the 3rd inning. Mets got on the scoreboard for the first time in their previous frame once Soto came around to score on the RBI single by Jorge Polanco. Right side and foul, 0-2. Strike 3 called at the knees, and Taylor goes down looking. Another strikeout for Chris Sale, 2 away, and now back to the top of the order we go. Francisco Lindor to the plate, he's 0 for 2. Couple strikeouts for Lindor in this game, one back in the 1st and his most recent at-bat back in the 3rd inning. Ball 1, 1-1. Right side, just fouled. And now a ball and 2 strikes to Lindor, looking to avoid his 3rd strikeout of this game. Just got a piece of it on an emergency swing, and Lindor disapproves of his own swing. Ball and 2 strikes. Fouled off again. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Third strikeout of Lindor, who has a bad hat trick in this one. 1, 2, 3 go the Mets. To the bottom we go. Been a fun one here in New York so far in this mid-afternoon rubber match game between two NL East rivals. The Braves started coming out swinging in the second inning. They got on the board courtesy of a Matt Olson home run to right field. And then a couple solo shots in the third inning as well by Ronald Acuna Jr. And then Austin Riley. 3 runs on 3 solo bombs for the Atlanta Braves. Mets were trailing 3-0. They got on the scoreboard in the fourth on an RBI single by Jorge Polanco. And that's where we stand right now as we welcome you back to Citi Field. The line scored in front of you. 5 hits for the Braves, 2 for the Mets. And a 3-1 Braves lead as we start the 6th inning, with Drake Baldwin leading things off for the Braves. Baldwin 0 for 2 in the ballgame, struck out in his previous at-bat. He also grounded out to third back in the opening inning. 57 runs driven in for Baldwin on the season. That's good for second on the team. Baldwin goes the opposite way, and it's a ball and a strike. Just missed inside, 3-1. Baldwin way ahead in the count. Austin Riley waits on deck. And the 3-1. Baldwin goes off the end of the bat. Good battle here to start the inning for Baldwin. 3 balls and 2 strikes. High drive right center field. This ball's crushed. Baldwin sends it deep. It's gone. 106 miles an hour off the bat. And the 4th solo home run of the game for the Atlanta offense. .444 feet for Drake Baldwin into the right center field bleachers. 4 solo home runs for the Braves, and they lead 4-1. And now Austin Riley rips this one, but foul. Riley homered his previous time. That was back in the 3rd inning. He's 1 for 2. He also grounded out to short. Strike 2, 0-2 to Riley. Didn't bite. It's a ball and 2 strikes. So 4 solo home runs for the Atlanta Braves, responsible for all 4 runs they have scored. 2-2. Riley shoots it the other way, and that's going to fall in for a base hit. Still nobody out in the inning as the 2 first men hit a home run, and now Riley with a base hit. So Riley now 2 for 3 in the ball game. Let's flash back to the 2nd inning as Matt Olson stands in. He got the scoring started here in Citi Field with a bomb into the bleachers in right field. Matt Olson made it 1-0 Atlanta at the time. Since then, it is now 4-1 in favor of the Braves. Strike 1 to Olson. So he's 1 for 2 with that solo shot back in the 2nd. He struck out his previous at-bat. That was in the 3rd. Breaking ball missed, and it's a ball and a strike to Olsen. Olsen launches again, right field. This ball's hit well. Taylor going back near the wall and just in front of it. Makes the catch. Allowed out number 1 here in the 6th. As Matt Olsen was bidding for his second home run of the game. Instead he flies out, and here's Ozzie Olbies. Olbies 1 for 2 in the ball game with a base hit earlier. Takes strike 1. Runner on first is Riley. 1 away here in the 6th. Olbies takes a strike at the knees. Fouled off to stay alive. Swing and a miss, tied him up inside. And a strikeout for Tobias Myers. So Olbies goes down swinging. 2 away now. Riley still on over at first, and Eli White will now come to the plate here for the Braves. White grounds it back, took the middle. That might have gone in between the legs of Myers and into center field for a base hit. First pitch swinging for Eli White, right back up the middle. And he's aboard. Riley moves up to second base, and here's Michael Harris. Harris off the end of the bat, and it's 0-1. 0 for 2 with a line out and a ground out. Grounded out to third back in the second inning, lined out to shortstop in his previous at-bat. Harris turns on it and sends it foul. Inside out swing to shortstop. Lindor will go to second. And the side is retired. Drake Baldwin, another home run for the Braves, makes it 4-1 Atlanta halfway through 6.
Leading off for the net, left fielder, Juan Soto.
Juan Soto set to lead things off here in the 6th inning here against Chris Sale. He's given up just the 1 run back in the 4th inning. As the MVP chants start to go off here in New York. Soto down the right field line, but it hooks foul. Soto walked his last time, came around to score the 1 run on the board for the Mets. And now he's ahead 2-1 and does another Soto lunge. Wave and a miss. 2-2. Just got a piece of it. Full count. Bo Bichette waits on deck. Soto at the plate. The 3-2. Little tapper right side. Sale comes off the mound to make the play. He's made a few plays in this game, but now he might be hurt. Clutching his midsection. He might have pulled something in the oblique or ab region. And that's going to do it for Chris Sale today, who is pitching a gem. And the Braves will have to go to the bullpen unplanned. Danny Young will come out here for the Braves. 30 games under his belt. 29.1 innings pitched, that's it. And a 5.52 ERA. as Chris Sale exits
Up next
for a medical reason undisclosed at this time, and Bo Bichette stands in, one away, and nobody out here in the sixth. Bichette lines the first pitch right field. That's going to get down and go to the wall. So the first pitch he sees from the bullpen and Danny Young, a long single. He didn't want to test the arm of Acuna.
Up next for the Mets, catcher Francisco Alvarez.
So now Francisco Alvarez to the plate. Mets going to look to take advantage of the Braves having to go to their bullpen earlier than they would have liked. Alvarez walked his previous time to the plate, so he's 0 for 1 in this game. Struck out back in the second. Strike 2. Way up and in, 1-2 the count. After Alvarez, it'll be Robert, and if it gets to the point, Jorge Polanco would follow him. The 1-2 pitch. Alvarez grounds it to third. This could be 2. The Braves with a wide throw by Riley got Alvarez at first. But Bichette is safe at second base. Good recovery from Ozzie Albies. And now Luis Robert. A ball and no strikes to Robert. Outside 2-0. Bo Bichette, the runner at second base. Mets trail by 3. As they try to spark a rally here in the 6th inning with 2 out. Strike 1 to Luis Robert Jr. Hitters count the 2-1 pitch. Off the end of the bat and a looper that'll go foul. Inside, off the fists, and Dubon goes back to make the catch. And that one will retire the side. The Mets strand Bichette at second base. And it's still a 3-run lead for the Braves as we head to the 7th. New pitcher into the game here for New York. Huascar Brazoban will come in here for the Mets. 3.95 ERA. Got a 2-0 record in 57 games out of the bullpen. 6 holds on the season. Righties batting .238 against him. Lefties .232. And he's got a strikeout rate of 14.8%. Here's Mauricio Dubon, 9-1-2, due up here for the Braves. Dubon taps the first pitch past the mound. This is going to be a tough play, and Dubon is safe. He beats it out. A swinging bunt for Mauricio Dubon, and he beats the throw by just half a step. So Dubon's aboard over at first. Things flip back over to PED man Jurickson Profar. And Profar fouls that one off. Profar 0 for 3 in the ball game, grounded out to short twice, and he struck out as well. Poked it to the left side for Bichette, and the Mets go around the horn. 5-4-3, a double play for New York, and just like that, there's 2 away. So 2 away all of a sudden, nobody on. Here's Acuna. Acuna went deep back in the 3rd inning. He's got 2 hits on the game. He doubled back in the 1st inning on the first pitch he saw from Sean Manaea. Solo home run into left field back in the 3rd inning. He grounded out to 3rd. His last time, that was in the 5th. Outside, 2-0 to Acuna. All 4 runs for the Braves have come on 4 separate solo home runs. Acuna, Baldwin, Riley, and Olsen all with solo home runs. And the 2, 3, 4, and 5 holes for the Braves, all in order. 2 balls and 2 strikes, the deuces are wild to Ronald Acuna Jr. Fly ball right field. Trying to go opposite way, and Taylor just in front of the track makes the catch. And the side is retired. Brazoban got helped by a double play, turned 5-4 to 3 in the inning, and it's time to stretch here in Queens.
Now pitching for Atlanta, number 45, Tyler Kinley.
Tyler Kinley will get the call out of the bullpen here for the Braves. 41 games under his belt on the season and a 2.32 ERA. Still a 3-run lead for the Braves. Jorge Polanco set to stand in and lead things off here in the 7th inning. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Mets with Polanco, Vientos, and Simeon. Popped him up on the first pitch. It'll be Dubon to take charge, and 1 pitch, 1 out for Tyler Kinley. So 1 away quickly here in the 7th. That'll bring Mark Vientos to the plate. He is 0 for 2 in the ball game. Struck out looking his previous at-bat in the 4th inning. He also grounded out to Chris Sale up on the mound. Swing and a miss, blew a fastball by him at 96. Mets scored their 1 run back in the 4th inning on an RBI single by Jorge Polanco, who popped out to start this 7th inning. Strike 2 at the knees. More action in the Braves bullpen. Dylan Lee and Robert Suarez warming up out there. Ripped to the left side, and Riley on the hot corner has made a career out of making plays like that. So much tougher than it looks. At 102 miles an hour, Riley makes it look easy. And there's 2 away quickly in the inning. Here's Marcus Simeon, who is 0 for 2 in the ball game. First pitch, ripped foul. Simeon popped out to shortstop his previous at-bat. He also grounded out to shortstop back in the 3rd inning. And now he's down 0-2 here in the 7th. Tyler Kinley looking for a quick frame here in the 7th inning. As Simeon digs in behind 1, no balls and 2 strikes in the count. And he got him swinging. Tyler Kinley does his job out of the bullpen. Mets go 1-2-3 very quickly. And we head to the 8th inning. Still a 3-run lead for Atlanta. New pitcher into the game here for the Mets. Kodai Senga will come out of the bullpen here for New York. A 3.45 ERA. A 15.8 strikeout rate, 38 games under his belt, a 5-1 record. As we take a flashback for Drake Baldwin, who will lead things off in this inning, and this is what he did in his previous at-bat. A no-doubt home run into right center field, made it 4-1 Braves, and that's where we stand right now. That happened back in the 6th inning. And the reigning National League Rookie of the Year stands in and fouls that one off. That home run is the only hit in the ball game for Baldwin. He's 1 for 3. He also struck out looking back in the third inning and grounded out to third base back in the opening inning. Breaking ball never broke, and it's 2-1. Baldwin, Riley, and Olson due up here in the 7th, all whom have a home run in this game. 3-1 down to Baldwin with Austin Riley waiting on deck. And he walked it. A leadoff walk for Baldwin. And there's a runner on first base here for Austin Riley. Let's flash back to his solo home run. It was the second of 2 home runs that the Braves hit in the third inning. And he made it 3-0 at the time. And it was crushed. 444 feet into the second deck for Austin Riley back in the third inning. His home run was number 2 of 4 that the Braves have hit this afternoon as Riley is warming up out there in the Mets bullpen. Inside, 2-0 to Riley. He also singled this last time, so he's 2 for 3 in this ball game. Still ahead in the count. Hitters count to the Braves' third baseman, 2 balls and a strike. Inside out swing, right field, sinking fast and run down by Tyrone Taylor. And there's 1-1. So Riley goes the opposite way, flies out to Taylor and right. And now Matt Olson to the plate, who hit a home run back in the second inning. Takes downstairs, ball 1. Olson 1 for 3 in the ball game with that home run that he hit in the second. Swing, high fly ball, right field. Taylor going back to the warning track, and he has enough room. Ballpark holds another one. And Olson flies out to right field for out number 2. So now the last chance in the 8th inning for the Braves will come down to Ozzie Albies, who is 1 for 3 in the ball game. First pitch swing and a base hit into center field. Baldwin will move up to second base and stop there. Second hit of the ball game for Ozzie Albies, and he keeps the inning alive for Eli White. White singled his last time to the plate. He's 1 for 3. The other 2 at-bats, strikeouts. Struck him out looking twice in this game, have the Mets pitching staff. Fouled off by White, and it's 0-2. Braves have runners on first and second. Here in a 4-1 game in the 8th inning. Inside, a ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball, and he just got a piece of it. Good battle here by White. Still 1-2 against Kodai Senga. With runners on second and first, it's Baldwin at second and Albies on over at first base. Breaking ball hit in the air to center. And Luis Robert backpedals a few steps, but has no problem. And the side is retired. Braves strand a couple runners on base, but they still lead this game by 3. It's 4-1. Nine, 1, and 2 due up here for the Mets in the bottom half of inning number 8. The Mets trail by 3, and they're down to their final 6 outs here this afternoon. Tyler Kinley remains out there for the Braves after just 7 pitches in the 7th. And the first pitch swing by Taylor is hit towards the gap left center, and a long run down by Eli White. Showing off the range, doing his best Michael Harris impression. And there's one away. So one away after the first pitch of the inning. Here's Francisco Lindor, who takes outside 1-0. Lindor 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts in this game. He's looking to avoid the golden sombrero. Two and 0. Strike called, and it's 2 balls and a strike. Tried to go opposite field, but it'll hook into the netting, and it's 2-2 now. And Lindor looking to avoid a golden sombrero. He's struck out 3 times in this game. 2-2 from Kinley. Full count. Juan Soto waits on deck here for New York. And he lost it. Good at bat there by Francisco Lindor. He draws the walk. He's aboard for the first time. And here's Juan Soto now. He's 0 for 2. He also walked. That was back in the 4th inning. Came around to score the 1 run the Mets have scored in this game. And he fouls the first pitch off. Mets down to their final 5 outs in this game, trying to spark a rally. Tying run still sits in the on-deck circle for New York. MVP chants Echo City Field as Soto takes ball 1. Soto shoots it the other way and a base hit. Station to station, Lindor moves up to second base, and don't look now, but the tying run comes to the plate here for the Mets. So now Bo Bichette, as the energy starts to build up a little bit in this building, tying run at the plate with the Mets down by 3. Bichette takes ball 1. Bichette 1 for 3 with a base hit in this ball game. That came in his previous at-bat. Back in the 6th inning. He got stranded at second base. And now representing the tying run at the plate. Bichette back up the middle and through for a base hit. Lindor rounds third. Throw is cut off, and it's a 2-run game. Bo Bichette with an RBI single, and the Mets are not done just yet. And now we're going to get a pinch runner. Ji-Hwan Bae will come in. 2-run game with the tying run on base. Here's Alvarez, who takes a strike. And a challenge upcoming from Francisco Alvarez. And it was outside. So ball 1 to Alvarez. Tying run is on over at first. Left side, pass the diving Riley into left. Here comes Soto around third. It's a one-run game here in New York. RBI single, Francisco Alvarez. And here come the Mets. And that's going to do it. Another pitching change here for the Braves. One-run game. We aren't done just yet here at Citi Field. New pitcher into the game for the Braves, Robert Suarez, will come out to try to stop the bleeding. 2 runs home in the inning. Back-to-back RBI singles here for the Mets. Bichette and Alvarez make it a one-run game. And Suarez will look to shut the door. Here's Luis Robert with the tying run in scoring position. First pitch, bouncer towards short. Flip to second for one. Gotta be quick. No, not in time. Out number 2, a fielder's choice. Tying run 90 feet away. And now Jorge Polanco. Two away. Polanco takes a strike at the knees. Mets have scored 2 runs in this 8th inning to get back within a run. And Polanco grounds it to second. Bobbled by Albies. Can he recover? Yes, he does to save the lead for the Braves. My goodness. Let's take a look at StatCast powered by Google Cloud. The Braves have hit 4 home runs in this game. Matt Olson, Ronald Acuna, Austin Riley, and Drake Baldwin. 2 to left, 2 to right. But now the Mets, after that 8th inning, have made it a one-run game. This game is far from over. And now the Braves will look to get some insurance here in the 9th inning. Michael Harris will lead things off here for Atlanta. And he takes high. Breaking ball misses. 2-0 to Michael Harris. 0 for 3 in this ball game. 3-0. 8-9-1 here for the Braves in the 9th inning. Harris, Dubon, and then back to the top to PED man Jurickson Profar. Four-pitch walk to start the 9th inning for Michael Harris. So Harris is aboard on over at first. Here's Mauricio Dubon, who is 1 for 3. Dubon takes a strike as the throw to second is way late. Michael Harris steals second base. And now an insurance run in scoring position here for the Braves, as he stole that one easily. Runner takes off for third, and Harris is safe. Back-to-back stolen bases for Michael Harris, and now he's 90 feet away. And now Dubon basically just has to put it in play to get an insurance run home. 2-1. Dubon fouls it off. And it's 2-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out big. Out number 1 for Senga. So one away, back to the top for PED man, Jurickson Profar. Insurance run 90 feet away for the Braves as Profar looks to cash in to get one of those runs back. He's 0 for 4. He grounded into a double play his previous time. He grounded out to short back in the 5th. He struck out in the 3rd and grounded to short to start this game back in the 1st inning. Two stolen bases after the walk by Michael Harris gets him over to third base. Braves looking to cash in to get a run back. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2. And a big pitch on the way for Senga, looking for another strikeout with one away and a runner on third. And Profar fouls it off. Breaking ball never broke, and it's full, 3-2. Ronald Acuna Jr. waits on deck here for Atlanta. Profar in the air to right. Should be deep enough to score the run. And making the catch is Taylor, and Harris will come in to score. 5-3 Atlanta as they get one of the runs back. So here's Acuna now, who takes the strike. Gotta love the effort by Michael Harris in the 9th. He got walked, he stole second. One pitch later, he stole third. And that allowed Jurickson Profar to get a run home to give the Braves a 2-run lead here in the 9th. Acuna grounds it towards the hole right side and passed into right. And Acuna with a base hit, his 3rd hit of the game. And the inning will continue here for Atlanta. And that'll make way to Drake Baldwin, who homered back in the 6th. Check on Acuna. Braves lead by 2. We're in the 9th. Rubber match of this 3-game series here from New York. Ooh, that's a borderline pitch, and Baldwin's going to challenge it, and he was correct. So 1-0 now to Baldwin, with Acuna on over at first base. 2-0. "22 pitches already in this inning for Senga. Got 42 pitches out of the bullpen total. Hitters count to Baldwin, the 2-1. Off the fists and fouled straight back, 2-2. Ripped right field, but it'll hang up for Taylor. All right, here we go. Braves score 1 in the 9th to give themselves a 2-run lead. Last chance for the Mets. They need 2 to tie here at Citi Field. It's closing time here for the Braves. Raisel Iglesias will come out of the bullpen to try to close this baby out. 22 saves under his belt so far this season. He's blown 7 of them. And he'll look to shut down to secure this series win over New York for the Braves as they try to propel themselves back towards 500 on this season. Vientos starts the inning here for the Mets and takes a ball outside. Popped up right side, and that'll find the seats. Mets scored 2 runs in the 8th inning. RBI singles by Bo Bichette and Francisco Alvarez to get them within a run. Braves got one of them back in the 9th inning. And now they're trying to shut the door here in New York. Mets trying to spark a comeback effort. A ball and 2 strikes. Shallow left for Profar. PED man settles under it. And there's one away here in the 9th.
Up next for the Mets, second baseman, Marcus Semien.
So one away here in the 9th inning. Marcus Semien to the plate. He is 0 for 3 in the ball game. And he takes a strike. Struck out his previous time to the plate. He's also popped out to short and grounded out to short. Ball and a strike. Mets down to their final 2 outs. They trail by 2 here at home. Swing and a miss by Semien. It's 1-2. Semien turns on it and sends it foul. Still 1-2. Braves have scored 4 of their 5 runs on 4 solo shots in this game. It started back in the 2nd inning with Matt Olson hitting a home run to make it 1-0 Atlanta. Then it just propelled from there. Acuna, Riley joined the party in the 3rd. And Baldwin joined the party in the 6th. Good battle here by Semien. Iglesias and Semien still going at it. Another 3-2 on the way. Right field. Slicing away from Acuna. Down, but it's a foul ball. And they'll do it again at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Got him, chase it. And there's 2 away. Iglesias wins the battle, and Tyrone Taylor the last hope for the Mets. He's 1 for 3 in the ball game with a base hit way back in the 3rd, and Taylor grounds it right in front of the mound. Iglesias makes the play, and the Braves win the rubber match. The bats were flying for the Braves here this afternoon. They hit 4 home runs en route to a 5-1 win, 5-3 win here in New York. Chris Sale was dominant. We'll hope he's okay. He had to leave because of injury. Sean Manaea gets the loss. He got beat up. And Raisel Iglesias gets the save. Braves win the series 2-1. Fun one between these two NL East rivals who are trying to propel themselves back into the playoff race. Braves now move to 8 games below 500. Mets fall to 7 games below 500 as these two teams sitting right in the middle of the NL East, trying to catch up to at least the Miami Marlins, who are in 2nd place. Phillies running away with it at the top. But the Braves get a big series win here on the road against their rivals in Gotham City. A 5-3 win for the Braves as we say good afternoon from New York.